They say it's a big rich town. Well, I just come from the poorest part. Legal or illegal, baby, I gotta make it. What's up, y'all? This is Todd. I'm here to review episode 8 of Power. This is season 6. This is the final season. And tonight's episode is titled Deal with the Devil. This episode really pissed me off, really annoyed me. Let me tell you why. It's people that are just annoying me this season. Dre. Why haven't we killed Dre? Why is he still around? Why doesn't he leave town? I just don't get this dude. So anyway, it starts off with Dre at Sax's home, outside of his home. I'm trying to figure out how he knows where he lives, whatever. He's asking Sax to take this ankle monitor off of him. He's tired of being tracked. He's like, take it off and take it off. Now Sax says no. Dre is pissed. Dre cusses him out, of course, calls him a bitch and all this. And then Dre communicates with Ghost and tells Ghost, listen, I need you to kill Sax. Why? Because this dude has this ankle bracelet on me. He's really, this monitor on me. That's why I could not meet up with Jason and help, be the next connect with Jason. I couldn't do it because I got this monitor on me. Ghost tells him, I'm not killing nobody, but you stay away from me until you can get this little bracelet situation handled, this little ankle bracelet tracker device, whatever, handled. All right. Sax is super desperate. So he's running around. We see him go to Lakeisha trying to get some evidence. We see him go to Tariq. We see Sax even speaking to an old colleague who tells him, listen, the only way you're going to get out of this is by getting this evidence that you need and getting the proof that you need to get yourself off the hook and get your job back, getting everything intact. But she told him, Warner is going to bury you. Warner is going to destroy you. And I told you not to trust him. And she says, you tampered with witness evidence. She said, the only thing I could help you with is making sure you get into a nicer prison, like one of the white collar prisons, the one Martha Stewart stayed in when you go to jail, because it's looking like you're going to get 8 to 10 years, buddy. So he's desperate. He's really reaching out. Like I said, he went to Tariq's school. He went to Lakeisha. He's even went back to Warner trying to get some information. And it's really bad for him. Now, when he went to Tariq's school, that didn't work. Tariq told his mama. But Tariq has something going on. This is another person that pisses me off because I can't stand him. He's about to start selling the drugs up in the school because Tariq gets confronted by a teacher who pretty much tries to see if he has drugs and confronts him. And Tariq is like, I think this dude is really desperate. I don't think he was trying to set me up. I think he's desperate. And he tells his mother, we may be able to use this dude. So long story short, they plant. He breaks into the teacher's office. He looks and he sees that the teacher is in debt and that his family was a part of some Ponzi scheme. His father killed himself and his mother's in jail. He needs this money. So him and Tasha come up with a scheme where they plant drugs and they're having this guy sell for them, but he doesn't quite know that it's Tariq. So I said, this little sneaky devil Tariq, here we go. Still there, still there, still in mess. I don't like it. It's nothing but trouble, but he is who he is. Let's talk about Tate and Ghost. This was a funny scene. Ghost brings in Derek, the dude that Tate screwed his wife. He brings in Derek. They're about to do this debate, and they want to talk about the Queen Project. And he sets it up where Derek makes sure that Tate's mic is on, and this is total sabotage, total and completely sabotage, because they overhear what Tate is saying about the other candidate, and he's saying some foul stuff about the neighborhood. Nobody gives a F about the Queen Project, and nobody gives a F about this, that, and that. This totally destroys him. So now he really, truly needs Ghost, but he doesn't want to work with Ghost. Ramona's trying to get him to work with Ghost. You need him now because you can't campaign without him. So they're supposed to have this big press conference, and of course, Ghost does not show up to that press conference. So now Tate is pissed off, and Tate's like, you know what, you screw me, now I'm screwing you. He tell him, you know what, the city has abandoned this whole Queen project, and we know earlier Ghost was really excited about this Queen project, and he was saying how he was getting this building open and he was dedicating a section, I think the gym, to Tariq. And he told Tariq about this, and Tariq was like, I don't care about that. Pretty much, you got my tuition money. And Tariq also mentioned to him how Saxe had spoke to him. So Tariq don't really care about no Queen's project and the Raina's legacy. Tariq is like, oh, really? You care about legacy, but what about this? What about this dude coming to me? So Ghost is like, Saxe came to you? Now, this is what really pissed me off, too. We see Ghost and Tommy teaming up to go to Saxe's house to kill him. And I'm like trying to figure out, how are they, this is a big time officer, how are they able to do this? That kind of annoyed me. And I was like, they about to kill Saxe? I knew Saxe's day was coming. I'm like, dang, they about to kill Saxe. And Saxe is pleading for his life. They got the bag over his head, and he's telling them things that he knows, and he says some pivotal things. And Ghost tells him, you stay away from my child. And this was a really decent scene, though. Still pissing me off. Because I'm like, y'all gonna kill him? Tommy's ready to kill him. Ghost is like, no. He says something that triggers him. And Ghost is like, no, we can't kill him yet. But we can use him. And he can work for us now, and we can get some information out of him. So they let him go. And I was like, wow, they let him go. But that was a little, that scene, it was a good scene, but I was like, a little unrealistic. So Saxe goes running back to his old job, to Warner, to tell Warner what happened. And Warner's like, you want me to believe that these two people, Tommy Egan and James St. Patrick, beat you up, damn near killed you, didn't set you free, you would be dead by now. You know what? You're fired. But he was trying to tell him all the things that Tommy had said to him when Tommy and Ghost was roughing Saxe up in his home. I still was like, wait a minute, how y'all get in here and y'all doing all this? Y'all that powerful? That was a little crazy to me. But still, it happened. And they pretty much, Saxe pretty much ends up getting fired. He's out of a job. So I'm wondering what he's going to do now, because you're fired now. You're of no use. Nobody needs you. Who cares? Now let's talk about Detective Blanca. She is on the prowl. She stops Lakeisha, pulls her over, and what Lakeisha thinks is just going to be a regular traffic stop. And she's telling her, we need your help. We got some evidence on Tommy, and you're going to help us, and you're going to sign this, or we're going to take your son from you. And they do take her son, put him in the car, and kind of forced her hand, so she has to sign this thing. And she's like, listen, don't do this. Okay, fine, I'll sign it. So I'm like, uh-oh, she's in trouble now, because she now knows that Tommy killed, what's the girl he had? What was her name? Amy? Whatever her name. You know who I'm talking about. Tommy killed his former girlfriend, and his mother's the one who told her about it. So she's like, dag. She's like scared, but I get it. She had to sign this, because if she didn't sign and release that, they would have taken her son. So she tells her son, she tells Cash, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody what happened. Nobody. What does he do? He tells Tommy. So he tells Tommy, the police stopped us and all this. So when Tommy confronts Lakeisha at the house, I'm like, oh God, is he going to kill her? Is he going to kill? So he's like, why didn't you tell me what happened? What's going on? She's like, I didn't tell you because I didn't give them anything, and I'm not going to give them anything. And she said, the only reason I didn't tell you is because I know you killed your previous girlfriend, because your mother told me. So then this was like something went off in Tommy's head because I thought he was going to kill her too. And Tommy's like, oh, and you stayed. So he's like, wow, this is true love. Wow, you stayed. He's like, she stayed. So now he's ready to wife her up for real. And we see him take Cash and they go and they're looking for rings, ring shopping and flowers and all this good stuff and all that. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Ghost tells Tasha, listen here, you need to talk to Lakeisha because this Blanca lady's on the case. She done found out about Tariq um, getting the ashes of Kanan. She's found out somehow. She's connecting the dots. She's on to this whole thing about the murder of what's his name, Raymond Jones. She knows that she knows that Tariq did this. So this is a problem now. We gotta talk to her because this could really hurt us. So Tasha does what? She goes up to Lakeisha's new home up in the suburbs. Now I'm trying to figure out how did you get y'all not speaking. How you get to the address? How do you get to a house so soon and so well? Yeah, I know they said oh somebody told me that's all she's been talking about, but I'm like, really? Now she's up at her house. So while she's doing that, Lakeisha was packing her bags because her idea of escaping is I'm not going to rat on Tommy. What I'm going to do is just run, take my kid and run because, I'm not going to rat on him. So she's like, and Tasha's like, listen, you have got to, no, you have got to make sure you watch what you say. Don't turn on us, this, that, and the third. But then Tasha sees the papers that Lakeisha signed. She's like, you signed these papers? She's like, no, you staying here till Tommy get here. Now, this was dumb, too. Why are these papers laying out? Why are the papers laying out, Lakeisha? She's not about that life. She's not about that life. She's not smart. First of all, those papers should have been hidden. You should have just left. You know what? That's what you should have did. I don't know. But, well, she couldn't have left yet because she didn't have her son because her son was still with Tommy. But still. So, another dumb move she does, she keeps looking over at her bag. So Tasha's like, why you keep looking? What are you looking at? What are you going? So she runs over to the bag to get that gun. So the gun comes out. They're tussling. They're doing this. Now, these are two former best friends. So Tasha and Lakeisha are out here tussling and fighting. And boom, the gun goes off. Yes, the gun goes off. So in that scene, that was a really good scene because you couldn't tell who got shot. And so you're like, damn, what's going on here? And they're both like this when the gun goes off. So then you see that it was Lakeisha that got shot. And Tasha's like, oh my gosh. She looks like she regrets it. But then she's like, wait a minute. I just got to finish this chick off. She knows too much and she could take my family down. And what does she do? Boom! She kills Lakeisha. That upset me. Former best friends. And now you kill your... That really pissed me off. I mean, I guess it was better her than Tommy killing her. I don't know, but I really didn't like that. I really didn't like that. And I kept saying this season, I didn't like this whole Tommy and Lakeisha thing anyway because Lakeisha's not about that life and she should not be messing around with him. I didn't like that at all. But this episode really, really, really frustrated me. I was like, come on, this is ridiculous. So there you have it. Lakeisha's dead. And what a scene because the way Tommy finds her, they're cutting in between the scene of him buying this jewelry and the flowers and they're going to surprise her. And when they get to the door, Tommy can tell something's wrong. So he tells Cash, go back to the car. I'll surprise her. And that's when he finds her laid out dead. That was a crazy, crazy scene. Kind of sad how they did that. And I'm like, damn, I don't know what's going on. So there you have it. That's that. That little snake, Dre, he's still roaming around. He's giving information he's made a complaint about Saxe. That's why Saxe also got fired. He's got this ankle monitor off. What he needs to do now is leave town with his daughter, but we know he's not going to do that. He's going to do something stupid. So now I can't wait till next week to see how they're going to handle all this stuff. How's Tommy going to react to this? Who does he think did this? Does he think Ghost did this? Like, is he going to find out Tasha did this? This is all, it's all going to unravel. Blanca is on to them. They know that Tariq is the one who killed Raymond Jones from a few seasons back. It's getting interesting, but this episode, like I said, I don't know. I just was pissed off with this episode. I'm, but rest in peace to Lakeisha, but that pissed me off. It really did. That's all I have for this episode. If there's anything that I missed, you let me know, okay? So please like, comment, subscribe. Check out my other videos. I got a lot going on. And that's it. You be blessed.